Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests from the Indian Cultural and Education Center, ICEC, discuss their mission, programs, activities, and events, including their upcoming annual IndiaFest and Health Fair. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program on Saturday, April 9th. The entire community is invited to enjoy the music, dance, food, and health education offered at the IndiaFest and Health Fair at Santa Fe College. To tell us more, I'm pleased to introduce my guest, Ravi Bosley, President, India Cultural and Education Center, and Tricia Roy, Event Director, IndiaFest and Health Fair. And it's wonderful to have both of you here, Ravi and Tricia. And to learn more about the ICEC, the India Cultural and Education Center, which I've been driving past on Southwest 13th Street for many years, and now I know more about what's behind the doors. So tell me, Ravi, when did you first move to Gainesville? Give us a little about yourself.
So I moved into Gainesville in 2004, and as soon as I moved to Gainesville, I think I fall in love with this town. It's a little town, but it's not that little that it's not little, but it's not that
Right,
big
it has
either.
a lot to offer.
It has many things to offer, and it's a good place where we can raise the kids. And it is a very tight community and very close community, so we have so many friends around here. So I really love and enjoy to stay here.
Oh, we're glad. And you have, your wife is with you and two children, right?
Yes, so my wife is with me, and I have two children. My son, he is just graduating from East Side High in IB program, and good thing is he's already accepted in University of Florida.
Another Gator.
Yes, so he's a Gator, and we love that. And my daughter, she is in 5th grade right now, and she will move into the middle school from next year.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. And Tricia, how about you? A little.
I've been here, this is my 10th year in Gainesville, and
Okay.
I really love it here. I'm raising my two boys. One is in middle school, one is in elementary school, last year of elementary school, and they attend the magnet programs. And I love the city. I love the city, how close the city is, and how close the entire community, not just the Indian community, the
And
entire.
everyone. Well,
everybody.
I'm born and raised here and never thought I'd be back here so many years. So I too sing the praises of Gainesville. And it's good to have everyone in our community embrace each other, but it's good for us to understand too your community, those who have moved here from India, those of India origin. It's important to understand. And so take us back to the India Cultural and Education Center, Ravi, and explain how that all began.
So actually, story starts from 1989. The beginning of the 1989, around three Indian origin kids, within a span of 2 weeks, they decided to take their own lives. And when that happened, within a short period of time, I think the Indian parents over here, they kind of started thinking that why this has happened. They started looking into the root cause. And what they found is that these kids, for whatever reasons, did not have many friends to express their feelings. And there is always a pressure in the school, or there's a lot of things.
A lot of disconnect.
Disconnect. And these kids were not very open to their parents, and parents never knew what's going on. When that thing happened, then the people, not from just the Gainesville, but there were a lot of parents even from the Ocala area, They got together and they thought, something needs to be done. And
Right.
that's when the ICEC, got into existence.
Right, its origins.
Yeah, it started like that. And of course, it has its own mission. Primarily, we want to preserve the Indian culture and the education,
Yes.
so that can be passed on to the future generations.
Right.
We also support, we rather have created an environment and the support system, where if any student who is a needy, both in the personal support as well
Right.
as the financial support.
Right. You're
Because
there.
as an ICEC, we provide these students a
Wonderful.
financial support. We give them literally a loan without any interest.
You're
and
making sure they all have a future.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And-
And we're going to take a quick break. We have much more to talk about.
Sure.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Okay.
We're back talking about the India Cultural and Education Center. And I can see you have a lot of support for the community. About how many members of the IECU?
So we have around 400 members, and the list is actually growing because in last just 3 years, about 1,000 new families has come to the Gainesville, and I'm sure they will join
Right.
the ICEC because this is the center point where they can meet the other people, make more friends,
Right.
and they get a help, any kind of help that they need, whether where their kids should go, what kind of the other opportunities are available if kids wants to go through some training programs, some coaching,
Right,
learning.
you have all kind of, it's
So,
like
yes.
a huge network.
Yes, and lot of in Indian community, usually the music, dance, these are like requirement that every family wants their kids to perform
Okay,
in those
so
areas.
it's not enough that the kids might be brilliant or be doctors
Yes.
or PhDs and masters and start up businesses. Not enough, but we're going to make sure you're well-rounded too.
Yes, and that is part of everybody's. I mean, we've been brought up that way. We started.
can see.
We've been. I've been raised with learning Indian classical music and dance, and I had a Guruji growing up. I had to practice every morning, and never. It was not done. That's how we are raised.
Right. So you're maintaining that. It's very impressive. Okay, tell me more about the Cultural Center. More programs that you have.
Sure. So we have this cultural center currently located on 13th Street,
Right.
and pretty soon we will be moving to the bigger location.
Well, you're definitely outgrowing it with the
Yes.
1,000 coming in. Yes.
Yes.
And 1,000 coming in, and then we have a lot of events around the year. We have Republic Day. We
Okay.
celebrate Indian events over here, and those are inter-community events. And then we have larger events which are outside. We invite the entire Gainesville community to
right.
come in. So we have a lot of events around the year, and so our children, we need the facilities to expand.
Well, you do,
to
and it has,
accommodate.
I see a
Yeah.
huge auditorium. You have, what about the youth group that you maintain?
So the youth group is a very integral part of the ICEC. The youth group was initiated after 3-4 years when we started the ICEC. This comprised of the students from the age of 5 onwards.
Oh,
Until
okay,
they
yeah.
go to the college, they are part of this youth group. They get, as she mentioned, they run certain programs throughout the year. Like we celebrate Independence Day,
Right.
Republic Day, then Diwali show. Now, these shows are organized by the youth group.
Oh, so they do all the work.
Yes, they also work on the Earth Day cleaning. There is a election. There is a president, vice president,
Okay.
treasurer in youth group, and they obviously perform on all these programs. So through that, they learn the lot of leadership skills, the organization skills.
Just
they
in
are
the doing so, they learn it.
and obviously the parents are involved in that, so they can look at their parents, okay, and they learn from them too.
Right.
So and youth group is also donating some money to the ICEC,
Right.
and they also as an ICEC we support two major the places.
Oh, I
One
saw.
is the East Side Culinary Art,
Right, well
and
thought out.
Peaceful Path. These are the
Excellent.
two groups which this actually are supported by the youth group.
So they're reaching out into the larger community.
Yes, like for Peaceful Path, actually we support throughout the year. Like during Christmas, we take one family and the youth group
great.
collects the money and certain things and they donate it to them.
So making a difference in the community, but so many important lessons that can be learned, values that
Yes.
enhance your whole life.
Sure, and we just don't stop to just our community kids, but we also support the University of Florida and the Santa Fe kids.
Oh, yes.
ICEC very closely work with the ISA, which is the Indian Students Association, which is primarily for the undergrad students.
Right.
There
So
is
you
an
connect.
another yes, and then there is another group called IGSA, Indian Graduate Students Association, and there are three other groups: ASHA, Speak Mackay, Chitra.
Right.
So all these
All of
five
those.
groups, we ICEC supports them. We provide our facility to them for certain programs, which is free given to them.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah.
And we're just going to take another quick break.
Sure.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about the India Cultural and Education Center. And Ravi, more about your interaction with UF. Tell me a little bit more about how that all has evolved.
Sure. So, as I mentioned, we work with the various groups in the UF. These groups are formed by the Indian origin students.
Right.
But one thing I want to prominently say about is the graduate students. They have this IGSA, the Indian Graduate Students Association. We work with them very closely on orientation of the new graduate students who come to the University of Florida.
Right.
So every August, there are about 600 to 700 new Indian students.
Sizable number.
Yes, who come for the graduate program. And since there is a difference in the culture and the the processes in
Right,
India
so
versus over
much.
here, so we always want to kind of bring them up to speed. What are those differences over here? For example, it's very easy to go to the dentist in India and just pay a small amount of money, but
Okay,
over
so-
here it is very expensive.
Yes. So
right.
this could,
Yeah.
somebody could walk in the door unaware. So this is a whole good orientation.
Right. So what we do is there is a international students support provided by UF. So we get together with that group. We also work with the Gainesville Police Department. We invite some dentists, physicians, lawyers, and we kind of put together some small program where we coach all these students or inform them what is the difference, how they should
Right.
react to the different situations they get into. If, for example, if they rent a car, they have to make sure the car who is renting should only drive the car.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of things. If this was a reverse and I went to India, I'd know less. So we are
If you
fortunate.
went to
They were
India, I would
fortunate.
hope you wouldn't
Yeah.
drive.
No,
Yeah. And the best
I'd
thing,
be calling your family. No.
It's unnerving to drive in India.
and the best thing is it's a give and take. In that process, they get acquainted with the ICEC, And then in
course.
all our other programs like youth group programs or the community programs, these students come and volunteer. And we also provide some monetary support for volunteering so that, and they also get a kind of a closeliness to the community.
Yes,
So
it's
they don't
again-
feel lonely.
Again,
Yeah.
it just has many different aspects, all positive, all positive.
Right.
And, you know, another positive event through the ICEC is that IndiaFest that's coming up April 9th. So tell us more about that, Tricia.
IndiaFest is a day-long event, and it's all about our outreach to the entire community. We want entire Gainesville and basically anybody to come to IndiaFest. We want you to come and eat our food, see our dances, buy Indian clothes and jewelry, and basically have a good time.
Right.
We have dancing through the day. We have a small station set up for singing outside, and anybody can join in the dancing.
Excellent.
And it's a lot of fun throughout the day. And then we have an excellent cultural program, which is 3 to 5 hours. This year it's going to be 5 hours. It is just a very good
Now, this is
representation.
All on that Saturday, April 9th. And
Yeah.
tell me the time frame again.
We begin in the morning. We begin with a health fair.
Okay.
And the health fair is a community service that we provide. We bring a lot of our Indian doctors and even non-Indian doctors.
Right. But part of that network again.
Again, the network. And we want to provide support, advice, and interaction to people who do not have insurance. They can come and get their basic blood work done, basic metabolic done for a very low cost.
Impressive.
Talk to doctors, dentists, pharmacists, and they are all there from 9 to 11 o'clock till 12
Okay.
o'clock, and that's when we start. And we also start the food outside, so they can talk to the
Enjoy
doctors
that,
and
yeah.
go outside and buy a samosa and a cup of hot chai and drink it while they are doing that. So all of that, and then we start the karaoke music kind of seamlessly outside, and then there's
Oh,
dancing, and then we begin the cultural program inside, and then and the food is there all
Is
throughout
all
the
day,
day.
and it all continues till 5 p.m.
6
Yeah.
p.m.
Or
this
6
year.
p.m. This year. Oh, good. You're giving us another hour. And this is where? At Santa Fe College?
At the Santa Fe Auditorium.
Okay, perfect.
In the gym, actually.
In the gym. All right. Well, we're going to take another break, but we have more to cover. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about the upcoming IndiaFest and Health Fair. And Tricia and Ravi, this is no small event.
No,
This
it is-
takes a lot of people, practice, and coordination. Tell me more, Tricia, about it.
So as I say, it's a village. It takes a village. We have a whole army of people who set up tents that are on the night before and the day off, and everybody works together. The whole community works in tandem. I'm the event rep, but I'm only running around and making sure everybody's
that
doing
it's falling
what
into
they're
place.
supposed to be doing. And then we have this entire, that's on the day off. Then we have this entire cultural program where from children to adults, everybody performs, and it's very varied and diverse. It's from from Bollywood to classical dances. Also, we have. I had a mom's group perform. I'm not doing
Right.
it this year because it's too much on my plate, but we have a lot going on throughout the day. And then the food stalls are. Some of the food stalls are also created by CEC. So we have this
wow.
program in tandem with the East Side High School Culinary Institute, where we go to the students, and part of our food that is sold over there is also cooked at East Side. So part of the proceeds go
Another
to
connection.
part of the proceeds go to East Side. I go there and talk to them about Indian spices, Indian foods, and we often cook together in class. And there's a lot of interaction going on. These children are so excited about Indian food.
I can imagine.
They love to eat something that we made right now. So that's
What another good relationship, partnership. I'm
and so
impressed.
2 years ago, I was telling Ravi, it was pouring rain. Mother Nature messes with us a lot.
Yeah, yeah. What
But-
can you say?
But we had the entire crew who was supposed to be there. Everybody was plastered to their skin with rain, but everybody
It
was
still went on.
putting up their tents, doing everything till 10 o'clock at night. On Friday night, we do it all, and then we start back early in the morning on Saturday.
Wow.
So we are.
And this just enhances your entire sense of family,
Oh yes.
community, your Indian culture, and all that you're sharing. Because, Robbie, your family's right in there with everybody. How's it all work out?
Oh, it works out well. I can give one example where now for this coming India Fest, me and my daughter, we both were performing together classical music. And it's not just we two, but there are another 4 families, parents and their kids along with me. So you can see now these 4 families and our kids, we all work like a family now.
Right,
our
all
family
together.
yes. And the kids look at us saying, oh, okay, our parents are also doing it, so we should do it too. And that's how we all learn together, and it's an automatic way of teaching them, because you cannot just force them and say, hey, you have to do this. But if they see our parents are doing, they will do it too.
Right, you lead by example.
Yes, and that kind of creates such a good bond with our own kids and as well as the other family friends. I think that is so close that it is more closer than our real blood relatives.
Right,
We are
I
so close to
understand.
each other.
Family
Yeah.
is
As a
made
family.
in the heart.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And this happens not just for IndiaFest, but throughout all of the ICEC that is happening, one thing after another. You just-
Yes, and one thing to note is just for an India Fest, there are almost 200 volunteers that we need. We take a big list, we call them, they all come for that program, they volunteer their hours. And just imagine, this all families then becomes their friend.
All one big family.
It's one big family.
Yes.
And
Well, I
then-
think our community is very fortunate. And we're almost out of time, Tricia, but tell me again, day and time and place.
On Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, we start frying the samosas and making the chai. I hope you come there. We begin with the food and we end with the food. In between, there's dancing. There's a lot
Dancing.
of programs, stuff to watch, stuff to participate in. Come and dance with us and come and enjoy our food.
Saturday, April 9th,
Yes, ma'am.
Santa Fe College.
Santa Fe College Gymnasium.
Yes, I look forward to it. And I hope I will see you there at the IndiaFest and Health Fair. I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next week. Take care.